I know. It's been a while, but we're not going to talk about that right now. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, today I'm going to be making brisket pizza.
Hot.
Still too hot for you?
Yeah. Cheers.
All right, there we go. That's better. Yes, I have brisket. I have pizza dough. I have a skillet. I'm going to be making my brisket pizza in a skillet in the oven with leftover brisket, some Pit Patriots barbecue sauce. It's actually pretty good stuff. You should check it out. And some store-bought pizza dough. Don't at me. Store-bought pizza dough. And just some shredded cheese. Again, don't at me.
Hey yo, this is Dash. Get ready.
So over the weekend, I actually made a brisket for us. I made a brisket for us. This is the first time I've made a brisket for us in quite some time. I haven't been doing a whole bunch of catering jobs, and or the things that I have been doing have been really little things. Therefore, really can't cook and show a video on me cooking a single brisket for a delivery. You guys have seen that already. But what I did do this past weekend, I cooked this brisket on the Weber kettle. Just did it on the Weber kettle, kind of took my time, got it done. Once it was finished, I cut it up and I put it in a bag. This is the flat, and I have the point in another bag, and I plan to use it all week long for cooking. Last night I actually made a brisket sloppy joe. It was delicious. The smokiness from the brisket, the seasonings from the brisket really do enhance the flavor of some bold sloppy joe like nobody's business. All you need to do is a pizza dough for $2. I'm gonna be using barbecue sauce today. I do, and I have done this before, and I've used regular marinara or pizza sauce. It works just fine. The brisket that I have, and this is triple cheddar for a creamy melt. It said Philadelphia. You had me at Philadelphia. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to get my brisket ready or prepared. I only need about a half a pound to 3/4 of a pound of brisket for this. So I'm going to go ahead and get it warmed up in my skillet. Now, me warming it up in my skillet is gonna do two things. It's going to bring the skillet up to temperature so it helps to crisp up the bottom of your pizza, and it also will, the juices from the brisket will lubricate the bottom of the pizza, so you get that extra flavor of the brisket on the outside as well as on top. I'm gonna put my pizza dough back into the refrigerator because I found that it's best to work with it when it's really cold. And with this brisket, I'm gonna cut it up into smaller pieces. And then all I'm gonna do is cut it up and warm it up. It's about a half a pound. We're gonna get another little bit and 3/4. Now I'm putting a fine dice on this brisket, just like if I were to be using a crumpled sausage. All right, so I've gone ahead and got my skillet on, and I have my brisket. We're gonna get that in the skillet, and we're just gonna get it warmed up. Now, we're not cooking it on hell or anything like that. All we need to do is warm up this brisket. I have my oven preheating for 450 degrees. So while the brisket is getting warmed up, next thing we'll do, we'll get the dough taken care of. All right, so now with my dough, I found that it's easiest to work with when it's cold. I am going to get some olive oil. This, you guys have seen me use this before. This is my olive oil aerosolizer. I'm just gonna spray some olive oil on my hands so that when I'm working with the dough, it doesn't stick to my hands. I'm gonna get the dough put out on the sheet, and I'm just gonna press it. I'm no pizza maker, and unfortunately I forgot to spray the foil. I am by no means a professional pizza maker. All I'm gonna do is press this out, flip it, get it down, and press it out again to the point where it's almost the same width as my skillet. If you know how to stretch pizza dough better than me, by all means, you probably can use a roller. I'm just not doing that today. So I have it stretched out to the point where it's close enough to being able to fit in that skillet. And the next thing I'm gonna do, get the meat, just make sure it's warm, and it is. Now this skillet is not like hot to the touch just yet, but it will be very, very soon. So be careful when touching your skillet handle, especially if you're using a cast iron skillet like I am, so you don't run the risk of burning yourself. All right, so as you can see inside of the skillet, there's a little bit of the grease from the brisket, which is going to help the pizza to not stick to the bottom of the skillet. Move the pizza dough, get the skillet in place, and then get the dough put into the skillet. So again, I'm no professional, and I just push the pizza dough out to the edges of the skillet. Kind of build up a little bit of a crust on the edge. All right. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. All right. Next step is going to be the barbecue sauce. Now I'm using this barbecue sauce from Pit Patriots. This is their all-American barbecue sauce. Pit Patriots reached out to me quite some time ago, and as you can see, I've been using this barbecue sauce. I just have not made a video with this barbecue sauce. The sauce is actually pretty darn good. When you have it by itself, it has a little bit of a kick, but I actually have used it to make a pizza before. Last time I did it, I made a breakfast pizza and it lost all of its heat after baking. So we're putting just a nice thin layer of the barbecue sauce down here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get my brisket on top and my cheese. Then we get it into the oven. I am leaving a little bit of area for a crust. All right. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get my brisket down and I'm gonna put my cheese on top of the brisket. Your mileage may vary. This is how I'm doing mine. I know some people are probably in the comments or screaming at the computers and phones. You put the cheese on first, then you put the topping. Doesn't matter. It's up to you how you make your pizza. So I'm just spreading the brisket out, nice even layer. And then last but not least, I'm gonna get my cheese spread out on top of this. And we're getting all the cheese in there. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of a drizzle of the sauce on top. All right. How'd I do? What do you think? Hopefully it turns out okay. Now, 450 degrees. It's gonna be in here for about 10 to 12 minutes. I was reseasoning the lid of my Dutch oven, forgot it was in the oven. All right, so it's been about 8 minutes. What I'm gonna do is just look at my pizza, make sure that it is not burning and we're good and it's cooking pretty evenly. I'm gonna spin it in the oven. Now this should take probably 12 to 15 minutes to cook, but the whole thing is I always check it maybe 7-8 minutes in and then 10 minutes in, and I set a timer for 10 minutes just so I don't get distracted and forget about it, because the worst thing you can do is get distracted and burn your pizza because you're not paying attention to it. Your mileage may vary as far as how long this is going to take you to cook your pizza in your oven. Again, I'm cooking mine at 450 degrees. I have a gas oven here and my skillet was already somewhat warm. It wasn't like screaming hot. So I'm expecting the crust to it's probably not going to get like super duper crisp. If I had the skillet hotter, warmer, then it would help to bake the bottom of the pizza dough more, and I would have a crispier crust. But this is just one of those things that I kind of do, and I saw somebody do it online. Actually, I believe it was Claire from the BA Kitchen years ago, and I've been doing it ever since. So every now and again, when I have a leftover meat, some breakfast sausage, some brisket like I have here today, I've done it with chicken, I've done it with ground beef, I've done it with regular sausage. I'll get sausage and I'll take it out of the casing and I will go ahead and brown it and then put it on top of the pizza. So I mean, you can put anything, any leftover basically on top of pizza. I've even also made the pizza with getting like turkey pepperoni or pepperoni from the market and the pizza sauce, and it's been not a family event, but it's been a gathering event in the kitchen making a pizza. So you can make your pizza however you want to. Today, I just so happen to be using leftover brisket. All right, so it's been another 2 minutes or so. I'm going to go ahead and get this pizza out of the oven. All right, here we go. Crust looks okay. It's brown, but it's not burnt, which is good. How fitting. I'm going to take my pizza, my brisket, leftover brisket pizza, and I'm going to cut it on my brisket board. If you guys haven't seen this before, this is my custom cutting board, rs.com brisket board. This thing is it's like 18 inches wide by a little over 2 feet. I think it's 26 inches wide, long, and perfect for cutting multiple briskets. Yes, the pan is hot. All right, let's get it cut. If you do not have a pizza cutter, I highly recommend that you get yourself one. They come in handy for more than just making pizza. I'm gonna let this rest. I know better than trying to bite this right away. So I'm gonna let this rest, and I'm gonna see if I can get one of the taste testers to join me, and they can tell me how the pizza is. I'll be right back. All right, come on down.
Come on down.
Orange or blue?
Orange or blue?
Blue. All right. So now you'll have to speak up because I have a mic going over here, okay?
I'm kind of not good at that.
All right. So in case you don't know or haven't seen or been under a rock, this is taste tester number 3. Taste tester number 3, everybody. All right, you want to pick a piece? All right, a perfect taste tester number 3 size pizza. It is still hot. So I told them that I was going to give it a rest and let it rest for a moment. So once I finished, I actually went and grabbed you before we did this, and I let it rest for a second. But it's still pretty hot. All right, I'm going to take a piece too. We're going to use this.
It smells like the sloppy Joe.
It smells like the sloppy Joe. Okay.
Hot.
Still too hot for you?
Yes. Cheers.
All right, there we go. That's better.
Hot. I can't eat it. It's hot. The brisket's good.
The brisket's good. All right, that's all I had to hear. All right, guys. Thank you so very much for watching. Thank you for staying patient. I know it's been a while. I got some videos to catch up on.
It's hot.
It's hot, but it's yummy.
Yeah,
All right.
It's yummy, but it's hot.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Can you tell them thank you for watching?
Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe.
Oh, okay.
Hit the notification bell. And follow those words.
That's what you sound like. All right. Thank you so very much for watching. Thank you, Taste Tester number 3, for helping. And we'll see you next time.
Bye. Oh, bottom, baby.
Hey, look. Guys, down below is listed the P.O. Box. If you want to send us something to try, a sauce, a seasoning, some jerky, feel free. Something funny, something for us to try, send it to the P.O. Box below. It's always listed in the description. But
Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. Join us on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Go live for 2 hours. In the first hour, we talk about barbecue or something barbecue business related. The second hour, come as you please and bring your flesh.
And we talk about anything.
And then we talk about anything.
All right. Well, not her, but me. So.
Sometimes I peek in.
Yes, you do. So you want to tell them thank them again for watching?
Thank you again for watching.
And we'll see you. Oh, I'm sorry.
And please do subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Bye.